Hello Sagittarius, this is a timeless weekend quickie for you, even though timeless and weekend sound contradictive, but sometimes I just feel like before the weekend I could post some quick readings that could already resonate with someone at this time, but I also like to do timeless readings because I just learned that often my readings start to unfold like 1, 2, 3 years later. And it's the same with my visions, because I'm not only a tarot reader, I'm also a psychic. And sometimes I have visions that come true years later, even 25 years later. Sometime I saw as a child my apartment that I would live in 25 years later. I saw it on all details, and I saw all my life circumstances, and so I'm not so much the tarot reader who likes to put readings into strict time frames, even though I think some other readers are very good at that. I'm not, so I just keep everything open. Whatever tarot wants to show us, I will just keep it open. I also never ask any specific questions when I lay down cards. I always feel like I just have to keep everything as open as possible. And when there's something romantic coming up, then that's something romantic, even though I don't want to be a romantic tarot reader. But sometimes that is coming up, and sometimes other things are coming up. I just keep everything spacey and open. And I'm using my own cards. I call them the medieval oracle cards. So yeah, now finally let me get into the reading. I feel like this white dragoness card, it is very weird. It represents somehow your energy in a positive aspect, but at the same time it represents someone else's energy in a negative aspect. I've never had that before. I feel like there is someone, it could be family, friends, it could be legal authorities, it could be teachers, it could be anyone. There is someone around you who is somehow false, but they think they are very reasonable and moral, and they could even misuse their authority and carry a very false sense of justice, and they were trying to mirror you by scolding you, by teaching you a lesson, but they actually have no natural common sense and no empathy, but they think of themselves very highly, and this person was wanting to force onto you a very false mindset about yourself, like they were forcing you to admit to mistakes that you have never committed, to admit to crimes that you have never committed. That's how it feels. I know it sounds very negative, but sorry, that's what I'm seeing here. And it doesn't have to be a huge thing or a legal thing or official thing. It could also just be an apparently smaller thing in your social cycle, like there's someone who always thinks they know everything better. It could also be an older woman, or someone who is older than you, even if you're like 18 and you have a female friend who's 21 or something, and they always think, because they are 2 or 3 years older, and often it is so that the older we get, the more we learn and we know, but it's not always the case. Some people, they never really mature, but they think they are really mature. And this is a person like that I'm seeing here in the reading, but at the same time, weirdly, I never had that before. I also see you in this dragon card, but in a positive light. I feel like you then are the true bearer of something wise, just, and I don't like morality. Morality is something conditioned, something enforced, but some people, they are just born with a natural common sense, with a natural empathy, and they don't need morality because they don't have to learn certain things. They just know them. It's just their natural intuition, their natural impulse is just, it's just the way it is. They don't need any moral lessons. And you might be someone like that. And I feel like you have a realization about that person. This person might have made you feel inferior very often, probably even for years, doubting yourself, probably even adapting to their toxic stuff, that they have harassed you with their weird pseudo wisdom so bad that after a while you started to believe you are really that person that they think you are or tell you you are. But I feel like you're coming out of this, and this snake card on one hand represents healing, but it also represents, I mean, we have at the bottom of the deck, we have poison, and those two cards together, it's like a poison, a mental kind of poison that this person has given you for a very long time, and you were suffering with this. But I feel like you're getting out of this, and you are realizing that, and then you are tapping into your true inner white dragoness, the wisdom, the highest wisdom that could ever exist. And then you might even be able to weigh something out, to bring balance into the situation, to bring justice into a certain situation, and to reflect finally the truth back at the person who thought they had the truth and they had the mirror of reflection, of self-reflection, or reflecting something back to others. They thought they had that mirror, but actually now you have that mirror. And you know, there's just like this reverse. It's very interesting. I never read cards like this before. And all the time, you know, I have read so many readings already today, and I wanted to make these super short readings, like between 5 to 8 minutes. That's why I call it Weekend Quickie. But most of the readings, they were between 11 and 20 minutes long. So I couldn't just keep them short, but yours I can keep short. I hope that doesn't disappoint you. Yes, I will just leave it here. I hope it resonates with someone someday, and thank you so much for watching.